at the end of the day, you have yourself 24/7 till the fucking end. You're pretty much all that matters.
Welcome back to another episode. This episode is about mindfulness, being happy, and being a better you. Enjoy.
Thank you for listening to The Couch Project. As always, you're joined by the hosts, myself, Hayden, my brother, Ethan, and Lachlan, and my two best mates, Tom and Kai. And yes, we are hosts.
Okay. Yeah.
We're all hosts.
Yeah. So if you're new around here, welcome to the podcast where we talk about we take a lighthearted approach towards some serious topics. Today's episode's about what we can do for your mental health, and we'll see whether
not what we can do, not us as kids, but we as humans. No. There you go. That's how I.
Yeah.
Like me, Ethan, I'm not going to help you. I'm saying it right now.
We're helping them by telling them what you can do.
What they can, what they can do, not what they will do.
He's literally saying that we aren't going to be able to solve your life issues, is what he's doing.
We're therapists.
We're not that educated.
We're not therapists.
We're pretty educated.
That's a joke.
That was a joke.
And I just wanted to say a quick thank you to you guys for the response for the giveaway. I think we have
and thank you for all your email addresses. This was actually a scam. Okay, so we got your data, we got your social security numbers. We will be showing up at your house uninvited. Please expect to be robbed of everything you own.
Just before we recorded, we were talking about how people have been commenting on our Facebook ad saying
it is a scam. So be it.
And a lot of people just thinking
that's their opinion.
Our tiny little podcast is out here about to scam the shit out of multiple people across the World Wide Web.
and they're on the money.
Thank you.
Just don't tell anybody though.
Dude, this is the best scam ever. Getting free stuff.
Free stuff.
Like, we give you free stuff and we get nothing in return. Huge scam. Huge scam.
Alright, yeah, so we were talking about what we can do to improve your mental health. Because we've talked about what mental health is and the stigma around it. So I thought it'd be a good discussion to have what can someone do to improve their mental health, and
I just wanted to say, just like if you're a avid watcher or avid listener of our podcast, we have of course talked about a couple of ways you can kind of deal with your own mental health, or just maybe a little bit of a betterment towards it. But yeah, so I guess this is just a full episode in regards to kind of wrapping up all those multiple things and trying to see if we can give you.
This episode is really we're trying to scope in the mindfulness aspect of, and appreciation. Gratitude. And exercises you can...
Yeah, we got to put a disclaimer on this though, boys. That we're not
we don't know what we're talking about.
Pretty much.
We are uneducated. Just know our
people that
opinions
listen to this already know
are all just personal opinions that work for us. So we're not...
Do a little bit of research.
We've done a little bit of research. We're not completely plebs just reaching into our pockets.
But again, that research doesn't give us the authorization to be right.
Oh, of course. No, we're not professionals.
This is
we're not
advice.
Okay. I think they know that if they're listening to us.
Anyway, if you've listened to more than one episode.
Before we get straight into it, we're going to be doing a little bit of icebreakers. And I've got today's icebreakers because no one else brought them up.
Yep, that's okay. Just call everyone out. That's cool.
Just so everyone knows, no one did any work. Only Hayden did work.
Yep.
We're actually
Hayden's the sole
really sorry.
I'm the host, actually. You guys are the guests.
PP.
All right, let's go. Would you rather be covered in fur or covered in scales?
Scales, so I could be classed as a dragon. I'm down.
I don't want either.
What's if it's like fish scales?
I'd also be down. That'd be pretty cool.
Not gonna lie, I wouldn't want to something with scales. I would, however, something with
some people are entertaining, dude.
Yeah.
Well, Kai, all I'm going to say is bestiality is not okay.
Am I really good at basketball?
But I'd rather something that's furry than scaly. I don't want to a dragon.
If I have fur.
What?
Wait, so you don't want to be Donkey from Shrek?
No, I don't want to have mutated
You don't want to clap
She's
dragon
thick,
cheeks.
bro.
Yeah, what the hell, bro? She's thick as hell. What the fuck?
Okay. So what is everyone doing?
No, I'm doing
Scales,
fur.
I'm going fur.
I think
For
scales.
sure.
Yeah, I'm not scales.
I think fur, you just shave it off.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year off your life?
Jail
Just a year
for
off my life.
Jail for
a year off my life.
Yeah, I mean, losing one year, like, I
any
don't know.
time's time.
Do I know about it? Do I know that I'm losing a year off my
Bro,
life?
Yes.
the year in jail is just like you're losing a year of your life anyway. So
Yeah, but it's still
But
air
you
I
could
gotta
use that
breathe.
time for other
Yeah,
stuff.
not necessarily. You could become fucking kingpin of the fucking jail yard.
Yeah, but what? Yeah, what? So you just wanted to give up a year of
Yeah,
your life
but-
to become the kingpin of a
that also
of a
goes on
prison?
your record that you've been in jail, by the way.
No,
Nah.
no, you're
Yes,
getting too
but-
deep into it.
But I was gonna say, but theoretically, it doesn't mean you actually were admitted to being in jail. You could just ask to be put in jail for a year.
Why would
You got
I don't
government
think you're allowed
permission
to do that.
Yeah, there's
You-
part of the bit.
there's no sane person that goes.
All right. Last question. Wait. What did everyone want to do? Sorry.
be-
Jail or you lose a year of your life?
Lose a year of my life. Fuck my life.
yeah, 1 year's fine.
Jail.
Ethan?
Put me in jail for a year.
I'll lose a year of my
Pussies.
life too.
I love how
Yeah,
I love how we're talking about be positive and stuff. Or like, you know
Mindfulness,
what?
be grateful
Life
for what
is
you have.
Meaningless.
Nah, that, dude. I'm not
Life-
living through that shit. I'm not being grateful in prison.
bro? Just drop the year,
Like,
bro.
literally
Get out.
hypocrites.
Like, that's suffering, bro.
Bro,
That's
a year
suffering.
in jail would just mentally.
Dude, you got to be grateful for what you have. That's a year you get to live longer.
by the way, I just wanted to correct you guys. You can voluntarily go to prison.
No one corrected. No one tried to.
It is allowed. There are
Yes.
there are
You and I
facilities
know
in US, Europe, Asia.
Australia? I don't think so.
Yeah, but we could,
Wait,
I could
I
go to
can
a
just be
different
like,
country.
yo, put me in there.
Sometimes they are purpose built for prisons or jail or prison experiences. Sometimes they are retired actual jails or prisons that you can legally admit yourself into.
Yeah, but
If you
they
wanted
wouldn't
to.
be. They wouldn't
Yeah.
be
They
actually.
wouldn't
Like,
treat you
I'd
as
imagine it
prisoners.
wouldn't be the same. Yeah, they
Wouldn't be
wouldn't
like
treat you like
Shawshank
prisoners. I'd
Redemption
imagine.
shit.
Oh, you actually have to pay to stay
slip,
there.
slip some dude at 20, walk down an alley, and he just beats you.
Yeah, so it's,
Yeah,
that's what I was,
jail
that's
experience.
what I was about to say. It's an experience, not like an actual like. If you're there, like,
Anyone's been to
I
jail?
don't know.
Nice.
No,
Wait,
no.
this
If anyone's
is-
been to a fake jail, I want to know if anyone's been to a
Okay,
fake
we
jail.
truck this along.
No,
Wait,
I wanna-
I just want to say, I apologize for anyone who's listening because Ethan's in this weird mood where he thinks he's the funniest
Dude, that's
person
me
alive.
every minute of
Yeah.
every day.
Okay,
Yeah.
last question. Would you rather be able to talk to land animals, animals that can fly, or animals that live underwater?
underwater, 100%.
Why the
Without
f- would you want to talk to animal?
You don't even go in the water. You don't
that's
touch
literally
the
why.
fucking
Why
water.
would I not want to talk to the homies that are underneath?
Because you
ugly
don't
like,
even fucking go
oh,
down there.
Oh, sorry, man. I'm a little bit insecure and I don't really like being in the water. No problem, man. Let me fucking swim
It's
you
got
around.
nothing to fucking
Oh,
do with
a
being
little
insecure
dolphin?
in the water.
Just like little fucking dolphin noises coming out. Oh, bro. Yeah, no problem, homie. I'll
like
help you
Aquaman.
swim to the
How
other side of
often
the
do you see
ocean.
dolphins?
Tom, what situations are you getting yourself into where you need
I've seen
to
Oh,
dolphins,
sorry,
haven't I?
Dos.
need
Okay.
a dolphin
My bad.
to carry you?
No, but it's not just the dolphin. It's all aquatic beings.
Yeah, we
so,
know that.
You know,
My fish.
Yeah, but-
yeah,
I'm
I can
saying-
also be like,
But
But
hey,
I'm saying, is,
someone...
what is the situation where you
You
need
can,
this to
you
happen?
And
can be like,
also-
"Oh, homie, stop eating the other fish.
I could be Aquaman.
No, you couldn't be Aquaman.
All right, Tom, do water animals. What's everyone else doing?
No, but I just want to clarify something. Just because you can fucking speak to all the animals doesn't mean you will go further than 5
up,
meters down. Because there's no way.
Pressure, you would die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you know what's good? If I partnered with a submarine company or the government and they took me underwater using their special mobiles, I could be the only
Special
person on the whole entire
mobiles?
planet that can communicate with the homies underneath the ocean, and they can teach us about the ocean, which we only have discovered 3% of. So
This every week we go way too in depth about these questions.
I'd fucking talk to land animals because I'd actually be able to use that,
Yeah, I
Tom.
talk to land animals.
I'd
100%.
be able
How
to
do you
use
use- how
that.
do
See
you
land
use that,
animals
Ty?
every day, dude.
Have you not heard what this man's other answer was? He'd be getting real jiggy with him, if you know what I'm saying.
yeah, true though. He'd be like, "Yo, shit, capoeira, you want to fucking smash, dude?
Bestiality
Like,
is
let's
okay,
go."
Dos. We accept all kinds.
I talk to animals that can fly.
Yeah,
Why-
I agree with Dos on
Why
this.
fly?
Why?
Why?
You can have like little spies, bro.
Who the f*** are you spying on?
Like you know,
Who do you...
I just feel like it would.
I could turn into a government agent, and then talk to like birds and shit.
Oh, you like Rick,
stuff the
dude.
area.
2 crows.
Two crows.
Oh.
All right. Okay, let's get into the conversation.
It's
All
really
right.
funny.
So the reason why I wanted to bring this up because we've done this giveaway, and a couple of people have asked us to talk about meditation as well as ways we can help practice bettering your mental health. And I recently listened to a podcast called Life Uncut, and they interviewed a guy who started the Resilience Project. And what if you don't know what that is? It's about a guy who wrote a book on how to be a bit more grateful in life. And he tells a story about how he goes overseas to teach English to, I think, kids in Bali. He grew up with a sister who had anorexia and lots of mental health issues. And he always wanted to pursue on like how to make someone happy. So he got into this roller coaster of what made someone happy. He discovered that we live in this comparative culture at the moment where we've spoken about it with the age pressure episode, but we constantly compare ourselves to other people around us. And he stated that he was listening to a lecture, and a psychologist told him that people think about averagely in a day 33% in the past and 56% in the future. Like, what am I going to do tomorrow, next day? Constantly thinking, and only like whatever percentage left in the present. So we spend a lot of time thinking about what we could have done or what we should do, but we don't take in what we can do and what we can currently fix and change. Have you boys ever heard about the Resilience Project?
Absolutely not, but I'm very interested to hear more about it. Could you possibly tell me more about it, please, Chief?
Captain.
Okay. So what they do is go around to schools and talk to people and get people to practice gratitude, empathy, and mindfulness. They're the 3 big keys. So little tips and ways to practice gratitude would be journaling and writing down 3 things that you're grateful for this day. Little things. Like the sunrise today was amazing. I don't know. I went for a nice run, and I love the place where I live. He also recommended once a month you write down a gratitude letter. It's where you write a letter what you appreciate about someone in your life once a month, which is quite interesting because I think we take a lot for granted of what we have, and we don't. And honestly, I do think that because we're in this comparative culture, that we don't take in a lot of the surroundings that we have and not grateful for what we have presently. I remember that when we were young, we went to Fiji and we went to the village, and I saw the kids there and the villagers there who had nothing. They were living in shacks, villages, but they were some of the most happiest people I've ever seen in my life, and they were grateful for whatever they got. And now you walk around our society today, you don't really look at someone and be like, man, they look really happy. Like, it's just not the same.
Like, genuinely happy.
Yeah. I feel like now more than ever that people are struggling with their mental health.
It's too comparative, man, in my opinion. The whole world is too... sorry, not the whole world. The modernized world is too comparative. Everything is
just then.
Yeah, but that in itself, like,
so does that make
there
that
are
a bad
people
thing?
Such as the
saying, I saw these people, they're happy and they don't have as much as we have, so we should be happy. That's a comparison.
No, but the difference is the comparison there is the fact that the reason why they're happy is the fact that they have gratitude over small things, and they don't go, oh, what, like, you know, when am I going to get a car? When am I going to get a phone? Like, oh, why?
So comparisons can be good.
Got the new iPhone.
I'll be happy when I get a new phone. I'll be happy when I get a new job. I'll be happy when I get a new relationship, when I get a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'll be happy.
And then when they get those things, it's just not the same. It's just
little tips and hints to better your mental health is take a break from technology and be in the present moment, just like once a day. Whether you go out to get a coffee, just put your phone down and be in that present moment. So really
what does be in that present moment
quite
mean?
easy to say. what's it mean is that you're not thinking about anything in the future or the past.
How the fuck do you do that?
No. Again, no. I get what you mean, but so
just forget you exist, bro.
I have a good example of this. So we've been in lockdown. I pretty much haven't left the house in probably 3 weeks, and I'm legitimately being serious. Like, the longest I've walked is probably down the street to Jess's work and then back. That's as far as I've gone. And I went to the shops yesterday with Rose, Jess's mum, and we legitimately, all we did was go shopping. I just walked around the shopping center and I went, and just got basic stuff. And the whole time I was there, I was like, holy fuck, I feel like I'm free. Like, I'm like back when I used to be at home. I used to go to Green Hills all the time. Or if anyone doesn't know, that's a giant shopping center near where I lived. And I used to go there to relax. I used to go there to get peace. I used to go there to escape people. And when I went to the shopping center yesterday, I was like, damn, I'm actually really appreciative of the fact that I actually got to go outside and, just breathe some fresh air and do a little bit of walking and buying shit at a shopping center. Which sounds really weird because it's so small, but...
Yeah, but at least you took that one thing in your day. You didn't even mean to do it. You just went out and went for a walk. You're like, I'm just going to go to the shops. And then you were there, and then you took in that moment like, oh my god, I haven't been out for so long.
I miss being outside.
I just want to say something that's actually kind of fucking ironic. Not ironic. Ironic somewhere. You said you go to Green Hills to escape.
Green Hills.
Yeah.
When really you're like the whole thing about there's another dynamic where, just coming back to mental health, how you play video games to escape.
Constantly
So I just thought that was funny.
It's kind of like a double negative or a double positive, I guess. Like, I like to be able to use going outside, like going to the shopping center and stuff when I was living at my parents' place, as a way to legitimately just not be at my computer. I had my phone, like, people could still contact me. I still talk to the guys or homies or whoever. I meet up with people. And then you just have, like, a physical, meet up with someone instead of talking over the internet. Like, it's lovely to talk to everyone over the internet every day, but it's not the same as if you're physically hanging out with them. You go and grab some food, or you just go shopping, or browse some stores together or some shit.
Yeah. It's definitely a positive to take a break from technology because, today's day and age that we spend so much time on your phone. Like, I think my average daily is 3.5 hours.
Let's look at mine.
Yeah.
Mine's f***ed because, one, I've been on TikTok and I've been on the phone of late.
It's designed to keep you on it. That's all those apps, TikTok and that, are designed to keep your brain active and wanting more.
Yeah.
And so
just sit there.
Another good tip to improve your mental health is make sure you're having good sleep and eating well. We spoke about this with the dietitian, that it improves drastically your mental health.
We should get a sleep expert. Is there a sleep expert?
They exist.
Oh, 100%.
We should get an episode just on sleep.
People, their whole job revolves
I
around.
don't know
There's
shit
an expert
sleep.
for it.
I know that we need it.
What about REM cycle? Come on.
Damn, REM cycle.
What were you trying to say, Luke?
I'll just add on to what Dos said earlier. So I think that mindfulness is something that people obviously need to do a lot more. Like the average person, I would say. I feel as though a lot of people aren't present in the moment with relation to what they're doing at the time. I feel like there was a study over in America that came out of a college that said that 47% of people are not active in the moment with their mind with whatever activity they're doing at the time. So it's really crazy to think that almost 50% of people just aren't really even aware of what they're doing at the time.
How
that's
often
kind of
do you do a
autopilot.
task that you do every day, like brushing your teeth and not thinking about it, or driving? I don't think about driving at all. Your mind wanders.
Because it's second nature to it because you've done it so many times.
Yeah.
But it's sometimes just good to... I do it sometimes when I'm driving. I think I just like... I'll just be driving randomly and be like, wow, it's really nice to just be driving. Like I could be walking right now, but I'm not. I'm driving. Thank God I'm driving. This ability I have is so incredibly amazing. But
See,
that's...
I'm just like, I love walking.
Yeah,
Like, a lot of people don't like walking, but I fucking love it. I know it's because it's my only real mode of transport, but when I walk, I feel so, like, happy, because I'm getting a little bit of exercise and I get fresh air.
Bit of that serotonin pump
Yeah,
straight
Yeah,
in.
get a little bit of-
endorphins, mate.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
that.
but
awesome.
does anyone have any moment they can specifically remember being just random thoughts of gratitude in relation to anything?
When I see something pretty, like a good view,
can you
a
be
good
more
sunset,
specific? Give us an example.
The sky looks pretty. I'm driving and I look out. I see the paddock.
And what does that remind you to
That
be
I even
grateful
get to
of?
see it. That I'm here. I get to see it with my own eyes.
That you're alive?
and
Yeah.
Experience it. That's what I think.
And
It's
that's
actually
even those random moments. It's actually practicing mindfulness.
Agreed. It's
Yeah.
very, very important, I believe.
I think-
Tom, what about you? Is there any moment you've been really thankful randomly for something?
Yeah, actually, one thing that this is such a weird example because it's so like out of the book. But so I used to walk home every day from school, like not from like high school, from college, and I used to catch trains. And I had to walk for an hour to get home. And every single day that I got to the train station and I had to walk to my house, I spent nearly an hour just walking in the dark at nearly 1 a.m. and I was listening to music, and there were like the occasional car drove past, and I fucking loved it. There was no one around. I had pure silence. I was just able to jam out to my music and walk home. I'd literally dance home sometimes. I'd literally be vibing so hard with my music. I'd just be like,
I can't imagine.
just like
you
walking
doing
down the
that.
street and I'm vibing.
I literally can't.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. I actually used to do it.
It's
And
like
it
f***ing Spider-Man 3.
literally, like, I had so much serotonin pumping through me because I love peace and quiet and I love silence, but it was very rare for me to ever get it because I was consistently on trains, like in big like banks with heaps of people talking to me all the time, like school where I had heaps of people consistently trying to teach me or tell me stuff. And then so after a long day's work and a long day's school, I got to walk home in pure silence, get home in pure silence, and then go to bed after I jammed out the music for like an hour where I walked home.
Nice.
And that's yeah, it was super weird, but it's super cool. I loved it.
I think everyone has those moments where you're like just randomly just appreciate
What
you
about you,
have.
Kai?
Yeah, you're just happy.
Yeah, what about you, Kai? Do you have any random moments of gratitude or any examples you can remember?
You seem to enjoy your
I-
cheese and jats.
I enjoy a lot of things.
Sex is good.
Okay,
But-
that's good.
Are you grateful?
Huh?
Are you grateful for those things?
Of course I am.
Yeah,
Have you ever had a
I get-
random moment where you're like, oh my god, thank God?
yeah, like hanging with the boys, or eating cheese and jats, or just playing games or something. I don't know. Got anything that comes to mind? I mean, keep in mind you have your whole life worth of experiences, so you can pull anything out of that book.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that's like that really like makes me think about it. Like what I mean is like I don't know. I think about it a lot more than
Are you just saying? Are you?
others. I guess.
I guess you're just generally appreciative, right?
Yeah.
Like,
There is one funny thing that I don't cry a lot in movies, but
yeah,
the things that always get me are like true acts of love because it appreciates like
Like a rom-com.
no like losing family members or like getting the opportunity to like see them again or something. I don't know.
hey yo, I cried the other day actually. I cried to
Hey,
Croods.
that's my boy.
Croods 1.
You
You
cried
guys
at
have seen that movie?
Croods.
Yeah.
Dude, no, the ending when I don't know if it's
Yeah, I've
spoilers
seen
for
it.
whoever hasn't seen it, but the dad like sacrifices himself to get them across. And for instance, because it's a Disney like a family movie that he's going to live, but it was just based on the fact that I don't know, in that moment he like hugged his daughter for like the first time in fucking forever, said that he loved her, and then literally threw her across a canyon to like save her and the rest of their family. And then he was like, all right, well, I'm going to go sit in this cave and die by myself. And then what made me cry was actually when he started painting on the wall with like finger paint, and he painted him and his whole family like on this rock. And that just reminds me of like in ancient times, if you really think about it, like, paintings on walls of people's families and people and stories and
You
shit.
thought
just
of
have no
all
clue
that
what
in that
any of them
moment.
actually mean. Yeah, literally in that moment, my brain went hyperdrive,
they've got
man. Seriously.
paintings on walls.
I understand. I get that.
Yeah,
I
100%.
actually get that. Really.
Just selflessness, I guess.
Yeah, I totally get that. Anyway, Dos, is there anything else?
Yeah. So another good tip is to surround yourself with good support. We've spoken about it a lot, But when you're in regards of mental health and how to deal with it, as long as you have that good support and constantly
what if someone can't find support?
A couple of days ago, there was.
Well, first of all, how do you recognise what good support is? So that's the first.
Well, just
issue.
have someone there to talk to.
I know, but I'm just
like
saying.
a friend or yeah.
Just have someone there to talk to.
Yeah.
That's what good support is.
Not necessarily, but yes.
Someone that listens.
Yeah.
And is
Someone
empathetic.
that can listen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone that
all
cares.
I'm saying is someone
that cares. And we're about to talk
Even
about
if
practicing
you feel like you don't want to
mindfulness,
talk to anyone, yeah.
and that's not talking to someone.
And if you feel
These are
like
things
you don't want to
actually
burden
do.
someone, if they truly care about you, it's not a burden.
And you also really need to look at it like it's
Yeah.
not a burden anyway. You're improving yourself, and you're just leaning on someone.
Like,
you're
you would
just
do
leaning
that
on
for-
someone to help.
You would be there for that
Okay.
person.
Yeah.
They'd be there for you. No.
Yeah, it's a
And-
great way to practice empathy. Anyway,
And-
so the next point across, surround yourself with good support, no matter... I'm just going to leave it there.
Yeah, surround yourself with good support. Yeah,
Value yourself.
Yeah.
We've spoken about this
Good
before.
episode.
that was a good
Self-love.
episode. Check
You
it
need to
out.
value yourself. It's hard, actually.
Because at the end of the day, you have yourself 24/7 till the fucking end. You're pretty much all that matters.
Because I think what's crazy is how some people appreciate what other people can do, but then as soon
Yeah.
as they look at themselves, they look so like.
They put themselves
Horribly
through
upon it,
such
and
a
I think
critique
that's
lens.
But again, that comes down to being hindsight. It's easier in hindsight to identify what's right and what's wrong.
Yeah, but you know what's You know what the beauty of hindsight is, Kai?
What?
The beauty of hindsight when you're in a situation that involves yourself is it means you can
And
actually
better
learn
yourself.
from
No, but that's
you
what I'm
can learn
saying.
about
Hindsight
yourself, right?
is after it. It's not during.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, if you're with yourself forever, like Ethan said, if you have one slot where it's, I learned this from this
You can learn
portion
from
of my
your
life, you
Yeah.
can learn from your
I
mistakes.
actually heard a quote yesterday that was, as long as you're learning, then you're not failing.
Like if
And
you
I think
look
that's
at
fine.
yourself like 5 years ago and cringe, that's a good thing. Like that means you've grown.
Yeah, because
You've matured.
you've grown. You've
Or, like,
grown a lot.
It can be a few months ago. It can be like a year ago. You'd be like, I wouldn't do that again.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I think you always learn from your experience, no matter whether it's good or bad.
Oh, you always learn from an experience.
yeah. But love yourself.
100%. Another thing to better your mental health would be practice gratitude. We were talking about this before. But pay attention to things that we have now, not worry about things that we don't have or missed out in the past. Be thankful for things, places, and
It can be
people in our
something
life.
f***ing tiny that adds any value whatsoever. It can be putting food in your belly. It can be
Going for a run.
I agree. So what's the benefit of doing this?
Actually, the benefit for mindfulness. So if you practice mindfulness, there's lots of different ways to practice it. Like we were talking about, just taking in your surroundings and just being present in that moment. But there's actually been lots of studies done of the benefits of mindfulness.
yeah. And it's
Right.
easy. It's so
No.
easy to forget what you have and the people that would die to be in your position. And
Yeah, it's a
that's very
It's a
that's why it's
fast-paced
so
society.
important to just have gratitude for even the tiny things, because we tend to numb out and we just normalize everything until we go through something like this lockdown where people are like, we have it good. I don't want to be stuck in my house no more.
Yeah, that's very true, actually. A lot of people, like now, a lot of the people that we have it a little bit easier in regards to like being able to talk and see our friends all the time in Discord, like us, personally. A lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people just, aren't like that as people. So, like, when they're being restricted from their sports or their time outside or their general daily activities, like going get
Yeah,
coffee
and
or
it could be
breakfast
something
with
they
their
didn't
friends or
think
something.
twice about. Like, oh, yeah, I do that. It's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
But then as soon as it's taken away from them,
This lockdown has created a lot of time for reflection and appreciation of what you have.
A lot of time.
Gratitude. 100%. In today's age, research has shown that mindfulness can prevent rumination. Rumination is the process of continuously thinking about the same thoughts which tend to be sad or dark. For example, why am I such a loser? So these can lead to dangerous thoughts as they can prolong and intensify.
that's self-defamation.
As well as impair your
That's
ability. Yeah, 100%.
Deprecation.
Isn't it defamation?
So this can impair your ability to think and your process.
No,
No,
def-
self-defamation.
defecation.
So-
Isn't
Mindfulness can
defamation
help
like a
you-
legal thing?
No, deprecation.
Yeah, isn't defamation a legal thing?
Yeah, defamation is defamation of
I've
property.
fucking no idea.
It's deprecation. To
So-
deprecate is to self-deprecate.
Maybe, probably.
Practicing mindfulness can improve your processing of emotions. So if you're having depressing thoughts and rumination, so rumination occurs quite frequently for a lot of people. It's the repetitiveness of these dark thoughts and negative thoughts going along in your head. So mindfulness has been proven to
help
help prevent rumination.
Like, yeah, I feel like everyone has like those moments of those voices in their head critiquing themselves, but it's what power you give that voice and what value it has to you, I guess.
I did want to say as well that pretty much definite combination between what things they're talking about right now, but like the problem with this lockdown is if you aren't grateful for what you're missing, then it leads to a lot of, as we talked about, self-deprecation and all that other jazz. And the problem with, as Hayden just said, I don't know, what do you say, rumination, is it will build up, and if you don't go and seek support, especially during the time where you're stuck indoors and not allowed to go anywhere, or even help yourself, because a lot of people use exercise and all that other stuff as a subsidy, but then they can't do anything now, so they're just stuck with their own thoughts, and they just it has
we can
already.
That's why.
But I mean, you know what I mean, like other outside stuff, and it has led to higher suicide rates and higher.
Yeah, like Lifeline the other day was the busiest they've ever been.
Yeah,
they've been continuously breaking records, continuously.
Yeah,
it shows you how much of this lockdown is having impact mentally on society in itself. So there was a study done in 2010, an 8-week mindfulness-based stress reduction group. So mindfulness was proven that it could reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. Meditation shifts people's ability to use emotion regulation. So mindfulness can be practicing meditation and focus. It does a lot on focus and focusing where your mind is at that present time. So this has been scientifically proven to reduce stress, anxiety, and depression and regulate your emotions.
What steps do you take to be happy? That's my question.
Like personal steps, or
I know we list all these things that we can do, but what do you do? Yeah.
What do I personally do? So I take a walk every day. I've been in lockdown for 70 days.
And what is that
since
done
the start?
for you?
So taking a deep breath, because I'm very lucky and I am grateful where I live. I live right next to the ocean. I walk by the beach every day. I take in the surroundings of the sun with good weather. I'm appreciative of my walk, the people around me. So I just take every day on my walk, I stop at the top of the hill, look at the ocean and the sun. I just take in that moment, feel present. Another thing I do is I draw. So I take however long I want and just focus on one thing. And that nothing else in my mind but that. And I'll just sit there for a couple of hours and just draw.
Yeah, because you're not even thinking like what I'm going to have for dinner, what I'm going to work later today. You're not thinking anything, not even 5 minutes in the future.
My mind is present on that one task. And that is so rewarding. It's so calming to do. And that's what meditation is as well. Exactly that. Just taking 5 to 15 minutes a day, in the morning or at night, to focus. Again, regather your focus.
But that's the thing. So from someone who has done meditation, a lot of people look at the word meditation and think, oh, they have to sit on the ground, they have to go, they have to go.
Yeah, 100%. There's stigma around isn't it?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's nothing like that. The thing is, the reason why they suggest sitting on flat ground is literally because they don't want you to focus on
doing that stuff just to help you think presently?
Sitting on flat ground makes you not worry about what you're sitting on, if that makes sense. Like, you're not sitting on a comfortable couch, you're not sitting on a beanbag or something.
Yeah.
You can
It's all about focus.
It's all about focus, and the thing is, you need to be mindful in the moment, and you need to be... It's not about removing all thoughts from your mind, it's removing the jumble, and the distractions and the jumble of thoughts that just swirl around in your mind, and you need to... all meditation really is just organizing it, right? Like, it's just being able to think fluently and productively, and being able to work through, things that are popping up either right then or things that you are still dealing with from your past. Things that you have to think about eventually, but it's better to think about it in a safe environment than it is to be up at 3 a.m. having an anxiety attack or a depressive episode and you're sitting in your bedroom thinking about all of the horrible things that have happened in your life.
It gives you that control over your emotions, I believe.
Yeah.
So there's some other benefits that I've already talked about, like increasing your focus, more cognitive flexibility. It's also been proven to show benefits such as immune function, well-being, and psychological distress, information processing speed. So there's heaps of benefits to doing practicing mindfulness and meditation. The easiest way to practice it, I believe, is journaling. It's honestly the easiest thing, 5 minutes before bed, and you can even go back on your journal entries, seeing how you felt or what you were grateful for back in those days.
And it's
and
so
saying,
easy
"Oh, wow."
to write it off as, it's stupid, it's silly. Don't talk yourself down from it. Don't hold yourself back from. Just give it a shot. It's so easy to disregard it.
Another thing is that's like funny is I don't know anyone that doesn't like enjoying like reading how they thought in the past. If I could read how I thought every single day without actually having to fucking do the work because I'm a lazy motherfucker. But if I could read how I thought every single day today, I would fucking read every single fucking note because just I don't know how anyone couldn't find that fun.
Reflection
Maybe
is
not
a
even
great tool.
I think reflective is a better word than fun, but yeah.
It's
entertaining
fun. It's not about reflecting. Yeah, it's entertaining to like. It's not about me learning.
Maybe your
anything.
brain's so cooked, Kai.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
It's got nothing to do with like learning or anything. It's more so like, oh my god,
You would learn.
I would. No, it's
Kyle,
inevitable to learn.
What do you do
It's-
to be happy? Like what? Like
What do I do?
What do you do?
Well, the real question is, am I happy?
But the thing is, you don't have to be happy all the time.
No, you don't.
It's unreasonable to have an expectation to be happy all the time. Your emotion, you can't be. It's impossible. Your emotions are going to change.
Yeah,
You're not going to be happy
100%.
all the time. You're not going to be sad all the time. It goes up and down. That's the way of human
Yeah,
life.
we're complex creatures.
You just want to work towards
Extremely
being
complex.
more happy than sad. That's the
Well,
big thing.
Exactly.
Not even that. Like, well, yeah.
Well,
probably.
yeah,
No,
no,
but
that's
you
the
want-
goal. You want to
that
be
is-
more
that is the
happy
goal.
than you were.
That is- you want to
ability
be
to
happy
regulate
as
your
much as possible.
Yeah, no,
That's-
And be
that's the-
present in your emotion as well. I think it's huge. So another little examples of what you can do. So this is by the Resilience Project that I spoke about before. Go for a walk and take in your surroundings. Stop and pause and be in that present moment. Focus on a quiet activity like colouring or jigsaw puzzles or drawing like I do. Find a quiet space and read a book or listen to your favourite music. Controlled and purposeful movements such as yoga or stretching. These are all great tips on how to practice. That's practicing mindfulness. Just those things.
In me myself, I like to like half an hour a day or something. I like to take a break from whatever I'm doing and just play chess against myself because I just like to practice a different set of moves and what I think is going to be good.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I mean, it also teaches you a skill, which I hope helps with focusing as well.
Yeah, true.
You know, chess is one of those games that's ridiculously hard to learn, and it probably. I'm guessing it takes up a large.
I think
quantity
chess
of your
is
brain.
easy to learn and hard to master.
I was about to say exactly.
Yeah,
It's
I
hard
guess-
to
yeah,
be
I
good
guess
at the
that makes-
game.
It's just having that clear thought process, just focusing, all about that. It's literally all about focusing and having a clear mind.
I not that this is like not everyone can do this, but because it's just like it's a trait, but definitely being more patient helps as well. Just trying to actively be more patient because I feel like a lot of the reason why people get frustrated and angry is because they expect results, especially from other
Like,
people.
quickly.
Yeah, they either expect results from others or themselves quicker, so they get very frustrated quickly. So again, this is more like that's not more of a technique. It's more of just a reminder to be patient.
Yeah.
I also just pulled up the empathy side of the Resilience Project on their website, and they've got top 5 things you can do to try and practice your empathy. A random act of kindness, do my mates do well, and empathy, reflection, perspectives, and homie. So they all have these activities on this website, so you should go check it out. And you can practice your empathy or mindfulness, as we're talking about, or gratitude. So it's a great little project. Does anyone else have anything to say?
I did want to ask before we wrap it up. Ethan, do you have anything in particular that you do to, be grateful for?
No.
Or like,
improve
help
your
yourself be happy?
Honestly,
meta awareness.
I could get super philosophical. I can't even say the fucking word.
Philosophical? Yeah.
But
It's philosophy. It's
Kai screaming.
philosophical, not philosophical.
look, I think I'm happy out of a comparison thing more than anything. I know you said it was negative, but like you said, people have it worse off than what I have it. I think that's a big part of my happiness is that I'm grateful for what I have. Because other people don't have the opportunities, the privileges, the choices I have in life.
I was just
That's gratitude. That's practicing gratitude.
but
Comparativeness culture is where you compare yourself to things that you don't have.
yeah, but that comparative
have the best
helped me get gratitude for what I have because I compared to my life to maybe someone going through something difficult.
Yeah, but that's not the culture that we have.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's what I do.
if people in a dark place will think about others having it worse.
They think about my point of
And
view in
that-
the opposite way, so they'd be like, okay, I don't have that.
No. I'm saying in your way similar. So someone that doesn't have nothing can be happy. Why am I a sad fuck? Why do I have the right to be as sad as I am when they've got nothing? I've got 10 more times as them and I'm fucking hating whatever. It can be just as toxic.
Yeah,
But that's another, as you said, that's another argument in itself. All I'm saying is you've got I
I feel like all these things are just tools for numbing something that's wrong inside of you. That
your reasons.
I don't know how to fix it.
Your reasons for feeling whatever it may be, unhappy. Your feelings for unhappy are just as valid as those that don't have anything. Someone that has everything and his reasons for sadness.
It's all about perspective, I guess. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. His or her, them, their reasons for being sad are just as valid as someone that's got
But
nothing.
some people could see it as, oh, I've lost my diamond earring in the ocean, as, oh, I won't eat today.
Yes.
But they
Technically,
can
yes.
feel the same sadness.
Yes.
Because it's all perspective. And it's all It's
But
It's like pain. Everyone experiences stuff differently.
But I was more coming from the point of that all your reasons for unhappiness are all valid. So,
However, if you practice mindfulness, you can regulate your emotions.
Yeah, but I feel like even practicing it's just numbing, and it's like
it's not numbing. It's a way to improve. Your
I don't think
regulations
it's
of
numbing.
emotions.
I think it is actually betterment because the thing is you're being more appreciative of the things you have, meaning that you're generally
Yeah, but
being happier.
I feel like
you can be sad.
this
It
shit
doesn't
that
matter.
you're
Guys.
trying to not think about, and you're trying not to. It
No, but-
eventually catches up with you, and you eventually tire yourself out. But you just need to
But you
sit
don't-
there
No, but
and sit with your thoughts. I think.
yeah, okay, I agree. You do have to deal with them eventually. You can't just gratify everything and say I don't
I like
have
this apple.
It doesn't really matter.
Don't worry about all that
But-
shit going on.
Ethan, but the thing is, you can't be sitting there and thinking about thoughts you can't control. Things you can't control.
Yeah.
You can't sit there. That's anxiety-inducing thoughts. All you're going to do is build your anxiety and have potentially a panic attack.
To be honest, Ethan, I'm a great example of mindfulness. My whole mental health, since being young to when I'm gotten older, being able to practice mindfulness generally has actually made it so I'm maybe it can somewhat, as you said, it can somewhat be a negative because I can be somewhat too grateful or I can be it doesn't matter if I don't get this job because that means someone else is going to get a job.
Yeah,
and that's
you're
awesome.
too comfy with your situation.
Yeah, I can be too comfy sometimes. I agree. There are some points where you need to be, but
to be honest, if you're happy, then it's okay. You don't need.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? I'm happy with my life. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, as long as my friends and I are on good terms. As long as I'm good terms with my family. As long as I'm not starving. I have a house. I have a roof over my head. I have hot showers, I have hot meals. Like, those for me are just things I'm grateful for.
Thank you guys for listening to this episode. It was a pleasure. Thank you guys so much for entering our giveaway. If you haven't already, follow our socials on Instagram.
It is not a scam. Stop calling it a scam. We're literally giving you free shit.
It ends on... What date does it end? October the 14th?
October 14th. Wait, you got like a whole month on it still?
Yeah, it's a month.
There's like 3 weeks left. So go on and...
Get some freebies.
Yeah.
Go like it, share it with your friends, share it around.
And get a shirt.
So, and a quick takeaway from this episode, if you haven't learned anything, or taken away anything, I don't know what you're doing. But please practice some mindfulness and just be present in the moment. Or even do a meditation exercise up on the Resilient Project
Or
website.
do you know what? Just get a piece of paper and write down right now how you feel at this current moment. How did this episode affect you? Or how it didn't affect you? That is something. You're grateful that you heard this episode. Yeah. Maybe you f***ing wish you never did. But hey, at least you heard something.
All right, guys. Right. Love you all. Peace and love from the Couch Project.
Bye.
See ya. Love you all. Bye.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to visit our socials to enter our giveaway. With peace and love, Greg.